Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is season 5, episode 18, entitled Friends Are Lovers. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. I feel like I'm missing something, but all that good stuff if you choose to. If not, just sit back, relax, and we're going to get right into this thing. Let me just say, because I'm recording this last. I've already recorded the review. I'm just going to say I was not really feeling this episode. I wasn't. But I'm gonna put this review out here, okay? These are my initial thoughts, my initial feelings when I watched it, because I know I record during the episode, but I will come back and do small snippets of certain scenes that happened throughout this episode once I could kind of digest this episode, because I just didn't like it like that. But I want to make sure I give you guys my best. So enjoy what I am giving you, but I will come back with more content concerning this episode. So enjoy, y'all. Baby, Zach and Aaron towed the steam plant all the way up, okay? I was like, these dudes are really, really, really getting it in. They was really giving each other that work. I said, my God. Karen over there screaming. She yelled out Andy. I'm like, what Andy supposed to do? I don't know. I'm like, y'all done ruined these people lovely evening by this darn fight. I don't want to see these brothers fight no more. I know I said I was excited last week to see this, but I don't. I don't want to see them fight anymore. So we see Fatima and Angela show up, and Fatima is like, hey, Zach, look at me. Like, we need to go. Like, calm down. We need to go. And Zach is like, I'm trying to be a good guy. I said, Zach, okay, bro, if you say so. I don't know what he means by trying to be a good guy. Nothing that he did was, to me, an example of being nice. I don't get it. Maybe someone can shed some light on me. I don't know where he was trying to be a good guy. If that's what you call being a good guy, I don't know what a good guy is. So then after the fight dissolves, we see Gary. I don't care about this storyline, but Gary comes into the steam plant. He sees Robin. He goes up to Robin and tries to be a smart aleck because he knows that Robin doesn't have the money, or so he thought, but Robin kind of let him know what the deal is, and he is so confused as to how Robin was able to get this money. He calls Hayden. Now this part was funny. Hayden is getting it in with old Tamara, okay? Gary calls. She tells him, get your phone. They have a conversation. I don't care, really. They just trying to figure out how Robin came up with this money. And Tamara tells Hayden that she's gonna go. He was like, no, you don't have to go. You don't have to work. I got you. I take care of you. I said, baby, I don't want sex that good, okay? I don't ever want sex that good that the penis makes me not want to work, that the penis makes me not want to go get my bag. You got sex like that? Stay away from me. I don't want you. You're dangerous, okay? You're not good for my mindset, my heart, my spirit, me as a person, my growth. You're a hindrance. Stay away from me. But he like, yeah, I got you. It's all good. I said, Hayden is gone. Hayden is all the way gone for this girl. But we gonna see what happens, because I don't know if she's that great of an actress, because she's selling it. Disrespectful phone. She's selling it, but I don't know. She kept saying, you don't know me. You really don't know me like that. Hayden don't care, baby. He is willing to give you the world. That's dangerous. But we're going to see what happened with Tamara and Hayden. I don't know if she's that good, or if she really might fall for this little peep squeak. But we going to see. So we see Angela and Fatima. And Angela's annoying as hell. Angela is the kind of woman who you question when she's close to another woman. Like, what is your actual intention when it comes to being Fatima's friend? I just think Angela is one of the worst kinds of individuals there is. Started all of this mess and then gonna ask Fatima if she want to stay with her the night, because he was really upset, girl. You think he coming home? You think he coming straight home? And Fatima was like, he better be. I'm like, with people like that who like to plant like seeds of doubt and seeds to cause confusion, You got to stay away from people like that. And for me, Angela, I definitely preferred her more on Zatima than I do on Sisters. I don't like her. I don't like her on this show. And then I forgot to mention, when they was leaving the restaurant, she gonna tell the owner to call, or the manager to call her. I'm like, what? Angela gotta go. In the words of Zach, bro, Angela gotta go, bro. She gotta go. So I don't really know how I feel about this scene with Fatima and Zach. DeVal and Crystal did that. They did that. Yeah. It's something I said in my trailer breakdown of this particular episode, is that it's kind of hard to really digest what Fatima is saying concerning Zach's behavior, because Fatima assaults people all the time. And I was actually here for Zach calling her out, because what he said was true. Anytime he does something, he gets scolded like a child, yet Fatima can run rampant and body slam people wrists in lockers, drag them out of jacuzzis and punch them, break all the windows in their car with a bat, break into their house, destroy their father's ashes, and yet she's trying to tell Zach about his behavior. No, sis. Nah, it don't work. It does not work. But I give Fatima mad props, because she called Zach out as well. This was like a even, tit for tat. Because basically she was saying, why did you fight him? And Zach tells her that the reason why he fought Aaron is because Aaron is always talking shit to him, and he never minds his business. I'm like, that's enough for you to fight this man? This particular situation, Aaron was just like, hey, Zach, calm down. He didn't want Zach to make a scene. Then once Zach grabbed Karen's arm, that's when Aaron jumped up and tried to get him away from her. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I was so confused with that. And then Fatima told him the truth. You fought him because you're mad at Karen. No, that's not it. She was like, no, that's what it is. But you gonna make it about something. So I think with the both of them, they both spoke truth to each other. At the same time, it almost canceled each other out, because I think neither one of them are willing to embrace certain truths about themselves. As Fatima and Zach were arguing, Fatima was mentioning, what the last man did and what she won't do. And I know me, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want to hear consistently what the other woman did to you, how she made you feel. I'm not her, because to me, that will let me know you have some undealt with hurt that you're projecting onto me that you have yet to heal from. And that has always been my argument with Fatima and Zach. Not that they can't be together, but they both have things they need to deal with, not project it on to each other, but deal with it individually and internally. So externally, you won't be projecting it onto your, your present partner. So I don't know. It got rowdy, child. It got rowdy. So Fatima tells Zach that he will be sleeping on the couch. And Zach what couch? Zach said, I am not sleeping on a couch in my house. And Fatima was like, yo, what? And he repeated himself, my house. I said, I know that's right. She was like, yep, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for that day. No, I'm not dealing with this. Zach just went off I'm not dealing with her BS. Got to deal with Heather BS. Got to come home and deal with your BS. You sending pictures and stuff in my face. I said, well, okay. Tell her how you feel, Zachary. Then it just went to level 10. Fatima was like, what she not going to put up with, what she not going to do. And Zach was like, I'm not finna beg you to stay here. Oh, you not? No, I'm not. You think I'm crazy? Well, stop acting crazy. And then she mushed brother in the face. I thought Zach was going to kind of go off a little bit because this woman put hands in your face. But he really didn't say nothing other than Fatima. She was like, F you. And she walks out and he looks at her like a sad puppy. And I'm like, that was it? Okay, so she leaves. She leaves. He grabbed her, so she was like, Zach, I don't know. Whatever with that scene. Then we get to Andy and Karen. And so Andy tells Karen about the picture. And of course, Karen was upset that Andy didn't tell her about the picture that she was in. She was like, I was in the picture and you didn't tell me. And so Andy lets out the truth. The reason why she didn't tell Karen about the picture is because she did not want to betray Fatima. And I'm sure that was hurtful for Karen to hear as a friend, because Andy had a choice and she made it, which I think for a lot of us, we have stated that Andy has shown her loyalty to Fatima, and that's where it's been, and that's where it has been. And then Andy lied. Well, I don't tell you what she tells me, and I don't tell you. I'm like, and I don't tell her what you tell me. And I'm like, yes, you do. It is on record that Andy tells Fatima more information than she does Karen. And I'm not saying that Karen needs to know anything that's going on in Fatima and Zach's life. That's not the point I'm making. But the point I am making is, if you are my friend, I am not going to promise someone else that I'm not going to reveal to you something that could possibly come back and hurt you in the end, as we see what happened with this thing with Zach. And that's why Karen was telling her, if you would have told me about this picture, I could have told Zach to let him know that I didn't have anything to do with this. Andy was like, well, I'm going to talk to you when you calm down. She was like, no, you can get the F out. Like, get out of my house. Exit my house. I said, I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with what Karen did, to be honest. Whether Andy was hurt, that she got mad at Aaron. Oh, so now you got something to say? That's y'all business. He ain't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all business. I said, it's just sickening. There just needs to be, I just don't like where this is headed, because things are starting to get redundant and I'm just losing interest hella quick. So Andy ends up leaving. Aaron tells her that he's going to talk to Karen. He's going to calm her down, and he's going to have her call her in the morning. Now, this scene with Danny and Sabrina, pointless. The only thing worth talking about in that Sabrina and Danny scene was the fact that Danny called Q and invited this man to her house. I was like, there have been many a times I have wanted to go through the TV and put my hands on one of these sisters. But I think tonight, top any other feeling I ever had, I wanted to, Danny. I was like, I'm not surprised. I said, you know what? I knew this was going to happen. I just knew it. I knew it was going to happen. So Karen and Aaron, it was a nice little cute scene. You know what, y'all? I don't know. This episode just it felt like a lot of drama was packed into it, but it still didn't do nothing for me. I didn't find it good at all. That's just me. That's my opinion. Karen was concerned. Karen was concerned about Aaron and, did Zach hurt him and things like that. And he kept saying that he was okay. And, I like that Aaron has a way of saying things to Karen that makes her, I'm not going to say change her perspective all the way, but causes her to look at things differently. I do like that about their dynamic. I'm not getting too excited because this is Tyler Perry. So I know it's going to be a wrench thrown in this situation somehow or another. And so basically, she asked him, was she being unreasonable? And he was like, no, you're not being unreasonable, but you could have handled the situation differently. And maybe it's me. I don't think Karen did a damn thing wrong in what she said to Andy. Now, if I'm being, me, Alicia, yes, I always feel like we can handle things better. Things can always be handled better. But I just feel like what she did was right, and like she told Aaron, she knew that she hurt Andy by what she said. But in my mind, I'm like, Andy don't give a damn about hurting you. She doesn't give a damn about betraying you as her friend. And I think that a lot of times, like even when I read the comments, I think that people sometimes listen to my videos and they're just ready to make a rebuttal and not really listening. And I've always stood on the fact that there is nothing wrong with Andy and Fatima being friends. Again, there's nothing wrong with Andy and Fatima being friends. However, there is something wrong when Andy chooses who she's going to tell business to. Now, when it comes to Zach and Fatima, Karen doesn't need to know anything about that. But when it comes to something that can affect Karen, something that can cause issues with her as an individual, Andy should reveal that information. Point blank, period. And I find it interesting because the same people who were getting on Andy and Karen for not sharing information with Danny and Sabrina are okay with Andy sharing information with Fatima, but have no issue with Andy not sharing information with Karen. So I always find it like people can say what they want. Karen, call me Karen, love, whatever you want to say, but I believe I'm fair. I just find it very interesting. I'm like, wow, so it's okay for her to keep stuff from Karen as long as she tell Fatima, but you got a problem with Andy not sharing stuff with Sabrina and Danny. Miss me with that. Anyway, she said she was going to apologize. I said, girl, I guess. I don't think you should, but if you feel you should, then you should. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think she should apologize for a damn thing she said. It was overdue in my book. But moving right along, I'm kind of going to skip around. So the most Danny and I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I got this fan going on. Danny and Q. Danny off rip tells this man that she does not trust him. I'm like, you don't trust him, yet you have him in your house. Okay, that's on brand. That sounds legit. I don't know what Tyler is doing with this woman's character. Like, it was beyond disappointing. Beyond disappointing. He like, what I got to do to get you to trust me? I'm going to make you trust me. Then he starts taking off his clothes. He stripped ball naked to let her know that he doesn't have any weapons. I said, what the hell? What is wrong with this dude? Now, there were two sides of me happening because I was conflicted as a viewer. One, I can't stand Q. I don't like Q. Then the other side of me, the womanly side of me, was distracted by this actor's southern situation. I said, wait a minute. Has this the first time he's worn briefs? I was thoroughly shocked yet pleasantly surprised. I didn't know how to feel in that situation. Okay, I didn't. But it was the fact that he told this woman, I'm gonna go get in your bed. I'm gonna get in your bed. I want you to hold me. I said, I am at a loss for words right now. Because I'm disgusted that he's there. I'm disgusted that Danny is continuing this horrible cycle in her life. It just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I don't. I'm gonna have to really process this, and I'll do another video later probably. But that scene was just so disappointing. It was so disappointing. Then we get to Robin and Andy. He comes over. He lets her know that I don't care that he saw Gary at the steam plant. Let me say this. The more I watch Sisters and Robin is there, the more I have come to the understanding that Robin isn't very bright. Okay? Robin isn't very bright. The finer he gets, the dimmer his intellectual light becomes. And I say this because Andy tells him, like, don't underestimate Gary. He's very cunning. He's conniving. I know. I just want to play with his head a little bit. Now, if you remember, Robin said the same thing as it pertains to Hayden. Remember that episode when he told Hayden that he was gay? I just want to play with his head a little bit. I'm like, you're not good at this, Robin. Just stick to being a lawyer. You're not good at playing games with people's heads. You come up with the dumbest of ideas. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to do. Then I'm going to hit on this. Maurice and his cellmate. So he could possibly be a plant put in there by the prosecutor to get Maurice to say something because they obviously have like the same issue going on. And I said, were you supposed to let it slip that you knew about Maurice's case? Baby, let me tell you something. There are certain things that Tyler Perry can find when it comes to actors. He finds some beautiful women. He finds some sexy ass men. And he can find people who can play stupid like I've never seen in my life. That that dude that played the cellmate, I was so sick of him, and I'm like, you was only on my screen for about a good 1.5 minutes, bro. I'm done with him already. Just dumb. Just dumb. I couldn't take it. I said, what is really going on here? Then I think the last scene was with Fatima and Andy. Andy lets her know that, she can stay at her house. She got 3 extra bedrooms. So she comes over. Andy wants to know what happened with, Fatima and Zach. And she was like, he was mad. He was upset. She took her ring off like I figured she would, because Fatima if she ain't gonna do nothing else, baby, she gonna take that ring off when Zach piss her off. She gonna take that ring off. But frankly, I'm getting tired of it. You're either gonna be engaged or you're not. If you take a ring off every time y'all get into an argument, that lets you know you're not ready for marriage. So just keep it off, sis. Just keep it off until you're ready. Like Zach told her, if this is too much for you, then go. That what Zach is dealing with is too much for anybody. It's too much. It's a lot. In that aspect, I somewhat feel bad for Fatima, but she's choosing to stay. So don't pick and choose when you want to be Team Zach or Team Fatima. I'm talking about Fatima, not the people. But if you're going to be there, be there. If you're going to be consistent, if you're going to stay in it, stay in it. Zach got some mess going on. So either you're going to be a ride or die, as the people have coined her to be, which, okay. But I don't see it. So Fatima tells Andy that I don't want to come in between you and Karen. She says too late. Oh, what does that mean? No, don't worry about it. No, tell me. I said, baby, this double dutchy dialogue that Tyler had these people do is it's so irritating. It's so irritating. It is so irritating. And so Andy tells Fatima, you cannot let Karen come in between you two. You guys are happy, remember? Fatima was like, no. Listen, I said, this is probably, Andy is the worst person you can get relationship advice from, Fatima. Don't listen to a girl. But the moment that Andy said you cannot let Karen come between you two, Karen heard her, because I'm assuming Karen was coming over to apologize. And she heard what she heard. And she was like, yes, please don't. So we're going to see what happened next week, child. I don't know. I just don't have, even though we're getting to the end of the season, I don't know what the hell is going on. I watch the show every week and I'm just like, what is, I can't put my finger on it. It's like either the show is extremely boring, the episode is extremely boring, or there's a lot of drama packed in, and then the dialogue is very stale. The dialogue is stale in general, but it's like it gets worse when there's a lot of action going on. I actually prefer, yeah. I'm gonna listen to this review over, because y'all know I do it as the commercial breaks are going on. So I'm gonna listen. And I'm still gonna put it out. So I may have to do another one. These are just my initial feelings about the show. It has been such a long time since I have watched a whole show over again. I don't think I will, but maybe I'll come back and do like short videos of certain topics or certain scenes that happened in this episode, because I just wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling it. But you guys can let me know what you thought about it. What did this land for you? Were you feeling it? Were you into it? I would say my most disappointing moment definitely was Danny inviting Q over. The most exciting moment, I ain't gonna lie, it was probably Hayden and Tamara, because they're fresh and it's new and it's not a merry-go-round storyline yet. So that's probably was the most exciting for me. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So until next time, thank you guys for listening. Y'all be safe out there, and I will holler at y'all later.